It was a massive chemical factory. Desolation suddenly. On that night, terrifying sounds began echoing from inside the huge factory, followed by a powerful explosion. A car suddenly sped out of the factory and raced through the deserted roads. The car was being driven by none other than 22-year-old beautiful Archana. Her face had turned pale with fear, and her eyes clearly showed the terror of an unknown danger. She was driving like a madwoman, as if death itself was chasing her. After a while, Archana pulled out her phone with trembling hands and dialed a number. Her brother Atul answered from the other side. "Hello, Archana. What happened? Why are you calling so late at night? Is everything okay, brother? Listen to me carefully. I want to tell you something very important." Before she could say anything else, the call disconnected. Hello? Hello. At that very moment, a horrifying, strange shadow appeared in front of her car. In fear, Archana slammed the brakes. The next second, the car crashed violently and exploded in a massive blast. The entire car turned into fire and smoke. 5 years after this terrible incident, Ravipuram, a well-known industrial town in India, had turned into a silent graveyard. Situated by the sea, the city was once famous for its giant chemical factory where thousands of workers were employed. People called it the City of Employment. Children went to school, markets bustled in the evenings, and the factory siren was the heartbeat of the town. But about 5 years ago, Ravipuram died overnight. That night, a massive explosion occurred at the factory. The official government report called it a toxic gas leak. Hundreds of workers were trapped inside. Some died, others disappeared. After that, reports of people going missing started spreading throughout the area. The government declared it a restricted zone. No one was allowed inside. No one was allowed to ask questions. Ravipuram had become a poisonous, haunted city. In Delhi's Friends colony, Atul returned home tired from work one evening. As he stepped inside, his eyes fell upon a photo of his sister Archana. He slowly walked toward it. "No matter what the world says about you, Archana, my heart refuses to believe that you're no longer in this world. I believe one day you will meet me again." Tears rolled down his eyes. Later that night, after eating and trying to sleep, Atul fell into a deep slumber. Suddenly, he found himself standing inside a factory. Darkness surrounded him. Toxic mist floated in the air. Chemicals dripped from the walls. What is this? I was sleeping. How did I get here? Then he heard a familiar voice. "Brother, I'm behind you." He turned around and saw Archana. But this wasn't the Archana he knew. Her eyes were decayed, her skin burned. "What happened to you?" "Brother, I'm trapped here. Get me out." "They won't let us go." "Free us, free us." Atul suddenly woke up, gasping. For 5 years, he had been having the same nightmare. The next day, before leaving for work, Atul opened his computer and reread a 5-year-old email stating that Archana had died in an accident and her body was never found. Suddenly, the doorbell rang. His girlfriend Tanya and his friend Gaurav stood outside. Inside, Tanya said she had seen a YouTube video titled "Toxic Ravipuram Experiment Exposed." According to the video, the government and the company had conducted chemical experiments on humans. People didn't die, they turned into walking corpses. The video was deleted shortly after upload. The three began suspecting a conspiracy. Atul told them about Archana's final phone call and his recurring dreams. Tanya suggested they secretly go to Ravipuram to uncover the truth. The next day, they drove toward the toxic city. After parking near a forest, they walked for hours and finally reached Ravipuram. The city was deserted. Clothes still hung outside houses. In one ruined house, they found rotten food, as if someone had suddenly left mid-meal. Suddenly, a terrifying sound echoed. A door broke open. Two red glowing eyes appeared in the darkness. A zombie-like creature attacked Tanya and bit her neck. She died screaming. Gaurav pulled Atul away and they fled toward the factory as more horrifying sounds echoed across the city. Inside the factory, they saw piles of burnt corpses. Suddenly, the charred bodies began moving. Burnt workers rose like zombies. Then Atul heard Archana's voice again. She appeared before them, part human, part toxic being. She explained the horrifying truth. The factory wasn't chemical, it was a zombie creation facility. Workers were experimented on to produce chemicals for medicine, but the experiment failed. Zombies attacked scientists and workers alike. The government detonated the factory to hide the truth. Archana had tried to escape but was bitten. She had controlled herself through sheer willpower. Waiting for Atul, she revealed that in the basement lived the factory owner, Rogova Zombie, who could still think like a human. A gas capsule there could destroy all zombies if released outside. Atul and Gaurav went to the basement. Rogov attacked and killed Gaurav. Atul grabbed the capsule and ran outside. Tanya and Gaurav. Now, zombies approached him. Archana appeared one last time. "Brother, end this." With trembling hands, Atul threw the gas capsule to the ground. A massive explosion followed. Toxic black smoke spread everywhere. Within seconds, all zombies caught fire. Ravipuram turned into a burning graveyard, with tears in his eyes. Atul walked away from the city the same way he had entered it, leaving behind the burning remains of Ravipuram.